morning, everybody. Hi, my name is Tiffany Almeida. I'm with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining me on Sunday, my favorite day of the week. I get to go live for Coffee and a Card, and we make awesome projects every week. So I'm super excited for you guys to join me. And today we are going to be focusing on storage solutions because Lord knows I am the #1 person to admit I have a storage problem. I don't store well. I'm not organized. So this has kind of been a lifesaver. These two projects that I'm going to show you today are wonderful. The other one, like I mentioned before, is one that people have asked me to recreate because we can no longer get to the Facebook Live video. And this is a DSP, a 6x6 DSP storage. And you can see it has a tray, so a base tray, and then there are 5 of these inserts. So it holds 5 packs of 6x6 DSP. And so I also wanted to point out, like this one, I have remember those baker's boxes? I have those fit in here perfectly as well. So there's other things you can store in these besides DSP. So just an entire pack fits nice and perfect, nice and snug. And you can see here in these tabs that you can label them so you know what's in them. Okay, so I'm going to recreate this for you guys, and then I will definitely upload it to my YouTube channel so that I can we can get to it for forever. Now, project number 2, again, we're going to be doing this, but I am going to be making it black and white this time. So I've already did the base, and I've already started some of the boxes. So again, you don't have to sit through a million. So I am going to alternate. I'm going to do black, white, black, white. So I've already done the 2 blacks and 1 of the whites. So I'll do 2 more whites here. And then I made my box black, and I put some more of that honey DSP paper. So I'll go ahead and show you how to make the bottom piece, and then I'll show you how to make 2 of the side pieces. Again, all the measurements are here. I copied these from, again, July of 2018 when I did this before, and then I added a couple more notes because I felt like my notes were a little bit incomplete. So let me get a black piece because I didn't cut the base. I didn't cut another base. So but I do want to show you how to put the base together, and then I'll show you how to do the two boxes. So I'm going to do basic black. So the base is 5 3/4 by 9 3/8. So 9 3/8 by 5 1/4, right? No, 5 3/4. 9 3/8 by 5 3/4. I get 9. I just want to double check my math. Yep, okay. All right, so now we have a 9 3/8 by 5 3/4 piece. And we're going to score. Now this is going to be scored at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. Now this one isn't reinforced, but I already have 2 boxes of these, and they hold so well. And I actually needed a 3rd box, so this is perfect. Now the DSP, I put a paper. The DSP measures. Well, you need 2 pieces at 1 1/4, 6 1/8, and 2 pieces at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. So I'll go ahead and cut those as well. So what I did was I basically cut at 1 1/4 because they all need 1 1/4, right? So I did 2 pieces at 1 1/4. And then I doubled them up because our new trimmer can cut through several pieces of paper at the same time, which is so nice. And then I lined it up at 6 1/8. So 6 and 1 dash after. So I have 2 pieces at 1 1/4 and 6 1/8, and then 2 pieces at 1 2 1/2. Okay. So there's our pieces of DSP. All right, so again, it's just always best to glue that DSP down to your rectangles. So I am just doing my DSP. It was actually kind of tough recreating this because I couldn't get to my video, and again, those notes, the notes I had before didn't quite have all the details. So Sally Stamper is the one that I cased for this storage solution. So I went back to hers, and I did link hers and Poodle's video in my blog. So if you guys want to see their creations and their style, you are more than welcome to do that. So on these four corners, I am just mitering the square in the corner. Now mine, I'm going to do different directions so that all four sides are even. So the way that I can best explain this is if I had put all the tabs going outward, then the sides would have been thicker. If I had put all of the tabs going this way, they would have made the side thicker. But by doing it where every side is going in a different direction, you evenly add thickness to all four sides. So it's just even. So hopefully that makes sense. I guess when I glue it together, maybe it'll make a little bit more sense. Okay. So flip it over, put your tear and tape on those little tabs. Absolutely, it's not too early to eat ice cream. Are you kidding me? If I could, I'd live off ice cream. Ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ice cream for snacks. I love ice cream. And when I have ice cream in my house, that's all I think about. Like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, ice cream's in the house. I go to sleep at night, I'm like, ice cream's in the house. It's really bad. It's like an addiction. So I try not to have it in the house because then I just think about it until I break down and eat it. So again, we're just going to put these tabs in. And as you can see, every side has a tab glued to it. So this side has one, this side has one, this side has one, and this side has one. So again, it's evenly proportioned so that they fit all snug. Okay, so there is the base. Super, super easy and really cute. I love that DSP. Okay. No, it is no good for me. You're absolutely right. All right, so I'm going to take you from step by step, like all the way through how to make this cute little DSP holder. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is cut your DSP. Your cardstock, sorry. I have thick Whisper White because I feel like regular Whisper White is a little bit thinner, and this is going to be nice and sturdy. All right, so you want to cut one of your pieces. You're going to need two pieces to make one box. So I have two pieces of Whisper White. You're going to want to cut one side at 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. Make sure I have that lined up. So that's one side. And then the other one you want 6 3/4 by 7 3/4. So 6 3/4 by 7 3/4. Alrighty. I'm going to get my scoring tool out because it's going to be the easiest way to do this. I actually am going to cut my other set. While I have my trimmer, I might as well just cut the other set as well. So 6 3/4 by 6 3/4, and then the other one is 7 3/4 by 6 3/4. I think the reason I must use this upside down in my real life, because this is all done by the right hand and I'm not as coordinated with my right hand. Starting to make sense. Alrighty. So we're going to put these away, these scraps. All right, so here's our pieces. On the 6 3/4 by 6 3/4 piece, you're going to score at 1/2, and you're going to turn it 90 degrees and score at 1/2 again, and that's it. It's just going to have the 2 score lines. Okay. On the 6 3/4 by 7 3/4 piece, on the, let's see, score on the short side at half an inch. Okay, and then turn it 90 degrees. Let's see, if I had scored it here in a trimmer and then I had turned it 90 degrees. So I'm going to do it this way. Turn 90 degrees counterclockwise and do 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 7 1/4. Right? Yep, 7 1/4. Okay. Now, you need your ruler and you need a pencil. And let me go ahead and burnish these so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so this, with the 2 score lines here, this is the side of the box. This is the front side of the box, okay? The score, there should be a score line at the bottom, and then there should be a score line at the back. The top does not have a score line, okay? So this is going to be one side of the box. Now, you're going to take a ruler, and you're going to go from that second score line in and measure 3 inches. And you are going to mark it at 3 inches. Okay? And then you're going to go from the, on that second score line in, you're going to go down 3 inches and mark it. Okay? That's one. And then this one, now this is going to be the other side of the box. So we have a score line at the bottom, a score line on the side, but the top and the other side do not have a score line. Okay? So this is the other side of the box. And basically when the box gets put together, it's going to be like this. So this, we're going to measure over here, the side that doesn't have the score line, measured 3 inches at the top and 3 inches on the side. Okay, now you're going to take your trimmer again. You're going to line up those marks in your track. Now you can draw, you can get a ruler and draw a line and do everything, but I just find it easy to just line up the marks and score across to cut it. Okay, so there's one. Now on this one, what I have to do first is I have to cut from the outside to that score line, to that one on the side. So you know the side that has the 2 scores? We've got to get to that mark. So we've got to cut straight across like that. So now we have our point to point. Okay, so you can just fold it out of the way so you can see where your point lines up. And you don't want to cut this bottom section. So you just want to cut from the top score line or the top mark to the bottom mark. And this will just pull away. Okay, so you can see I left this there. All right. And if it didn't make sense, it's okay. We're going to do it again, so you'll be able to see it another time. So for this one that just has the 1 score line on the back and 1 score line on the bottom, we're just going to make a little tab down here, this little square here in the corner. Just a little tab. If I can get the backing off. There we go. So a little tab there. Okay. On this side, so remember we have the 2 score lines here. This outer little square, we're going to cut off completely. And I'm mitering that. So just cut that off. And I'm also going to miter right up here on this first score line, because this is just a tab that we're going to glue down. This is going to be the front. Now this little square here, we're going to cut and miter to make a little tab. Like so. Okay. And then here on the back, we're going to cut this off completely. You just want to cut in straight lines because this is the bottom and the back side, so you don't want it to be mitered there. This is just going to be a straight edge. So now you've got something that looks like this. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this over so the back side is showing. And I do want to burnish those edges. Okay, so now this is the back side. So this is going to be the inside of the box. I'm going to put a piece of tear and tape along this inside tab. Okay, and then this one we're going to flip over as well. Peel the backing off and lay this over the top of it. Line it up at the score line and glue that down. So now they're attached to the back. Okay, now we're going to put a piece of tear and tape on this second tab here, that second score line. So we're going to put a piece of tear and tape on the outside. So fold it over, put a piece of score tape. It's going to be the outside. You're going to fold this over on that first score line. Fold it over and lay it flat and glue it to the front. Okay, so now we've got this box. So now all we have to do is worry about the bottom. So what you can do is actually lay it flat, fold this up, put a piece of tear and tape there, peel it off. Okay, so now what we're going to do is fold the tabs in, fold the side that doesn't have adhesive on it, and then fold over the front. And I care about the sides. I want my sides to be flush. I don't want one side to stick out over the other. I want my sides to be flush, which it is. That's good. So now I have a box. This is going to go right between my two pieces of black. So now I have room for one more box. So I'm going to do it all again. See, I love that black and white. Look at that. It looks like a piano. Yay. I'm going to love the black and white. I'm going to do black and white everything on my desk. I'm going to do so much black and white, I'm going to get sick of it. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Let's score first. So I have my 6 3/4, my 6 3/4. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch on one side, turn it 90 degrees, and score at 1/2 inch again. Okay, so remember, this is the piece that's going to have the sides, the side and the back. Then I'm going to take this piece. Now I have to read my notes. So on the 6 3/4 inch side, score it at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to turn it and score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, and 7 1/4 inches. Okay. So now we got to do the marking again. Remember, 3 inches from that inner score line, that second inner score line. So 3 inches. And here, 3 inches down the side on that second score line. Now same thing on this side. 3 inches. Again, this is the side that doesn't have any scoring. So scoring at the top or on the side. And 3 inches. Okay. So, yeah, so back, let's see. Yeah, so it would be back to back, side to sides. Okay, so let's go ahead and score, not score, let's cut from point to point again. Okay, and then we have to cut down across the 2 score lines to that mark that we made. Fold it up, line up the point and the point in our track. Take the blade up here, cut down till you hit that, pull those off. All right. Now, let's go ahead and fold and burnish. My piercing tool's trying to roll away. Fold and burnish. Okay, so did I do this backwards? I think I did. I burnished them backwards. Okay, so we've got these two sides, the fronts, the tops, okay? So on this one, we're gonna again cut up and make a little tab here on this little, and then we're gonna cut up. Oh, this one comes off completely. Whoops, I forgot. This one comes off completely, but then on this side with the two score lines, this outside square is coming off completely, and you can miter this edge here. Okay, and then this one we're gonna make a little tab. Okay, there we go. All right, so again, tear and tape on this inside tab. We're going to peel that off, and we are going to adhere this side to this side. Like so. Now let's put tear and tape on this little outside flap. Peel the backing. And let's fold this on that first score line. Remember, they will line up and lay flat. Like so. Okay, let's go ahead and put tear and tape on this inside flap. Peel that back. All right, so pop it up like a box. Fold in those two inside tabs. Fold in the side that doesn't have adhesive on it, and then fold over the side that does to seal it closed. Okay, now I have a complete box. Woo, look at that, so cool. Okay, then I have my stacks of DSP. See, I told you guys I needed another one. My other two were full. I have my brights and my regals. I still need my subtles and my 2018-2020 in colors. So those are my, oh, and I have a best dressed one I'll put in. So I have lots of 6x6 packs that I need to fill this with. And then the last thing that you can do is make tabs. And I actually, on my old blog post, I didn't bring it over to my new blog post, but I had a template for these. But I think it was in PDF, so you would just go and create like a Word document and type these little words of what the name of the DSP is, and then you can put them in. So then what I would do is I would take this is the circle tab punch. I love this punch. And I would punch 3 white ones and 3 black. I'm just using the scraps from my boxes, which is cool. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I only needed 2. Duh. You have to know how to math. I don't know how to math. Okay, and then what you can do, just like on this one, I'll lay this sideways so you guys can see. Just like on this one, I just fold the tabs over, put adhesive on the inside of both sides. And then on your piece of, on your sheet here, or your box, you can stagger these. So you want to like put one, like so you can see all of them if sideways. So I put one right at the very end here. Now I'm going to do a black one for the next one. And I'm trying to remember what size circle punch fits right inside the circle tab. I think it's the 3/4 inch. So you can print those words and then punch it out with a 3/4 inch circle punch, and then you can just glue them to your tabs. So you can see I staggered it slightly on the next one. And then we'll do white again. I love these circle tabs. Black, white, right? I made my own black and white stripes. Super fun. I love the black and white. Sometimes I wish all the DSP was in black and white so that I could color and make it whatever I want. You just put glue, fold it in half, open it back up. Don't let it glue. Put it down. We also use these circle tabs to tab our catalogs. We did that in Card Club. I always give my team spiral bound catalogs every year. So that's another perk of buying the starter kit through me, is you get your annual catalog spiral bound. And then we as a team at our team meeting will do circle tabs to label all the different sections and help us search our catalog a lot easier. All right, so you can see I've got my tabs down. Very cool. And I have an awesome black and white storage. Fun, right? Do you love it? Again, these can be yours. These projects can be yours. I know it's kind of hard to see up and down. These projects could be yours for an order of $35. Now up in the corner here, let's see if my finger can go in the right direction. See that? See that code right there? Use that code. Go to my website, shop. $35 gets you these 2 projects. I cut and score everything and send it to you. $50 gets you my paper pumpkin. You get 1 month prepaid paper pumpkin, plus the celebration item, plus my new projects. Awesome. Thank you so much for a fabulous week. You guys know I'm going to be live this weekend, or at least trying to take pictures and video to post when I do have cell service. So I will miss you next Sunday, but I can't wait to show you guys all the fun that we had the following Sunday, which is my daughter's birthday, actually, March 15th. All right, you guys, bye. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Love ya.